Upon completing this in-service, you will number 1, be able to locate and use safety data sheets. Number 2, recognize the potential danger of exposure to hazardous chemicals. And number 3, list examples of personal protective equipment. Chemicals are an important part of the sanitation program for a food service department. A variety of chemicals are used to clean and sanitize the kitchen, including detergents, sanitizers, drying agents, glass cleaners, and deliming agents. Chemicals can be very dangerous if an employee is not trained properly as to how to use them. Follow state or local health department requirements when using chemicals. Always measure chemicals according to manufacturer's recommendations and test to make sure they are at the appropriate concentration. Wash hands thoroughly after using chemicals. Each chemical in the food service department must have a safety data sheet, also known as the SDS. Use safety data sheets provided by the manufacturer to ensure chemicals are stored and used properly. The SDS must be kept in an accessible location and includes information about the product, about the name and purpose of the chemical, fire and explosion information, the potential health and physical hazards, the method to properly store, dispose of, and clean up product, and how to deal with accidents involving that chemical. Chemical labeling system. Chemicals must have proper labels that include the name of the product and the hazard warnings. Chemicals should be stored in original containers and kept in a locked storage area away from food and food supplies. Limit access to chemicals to authorized employees. All chemicals, including spray bottles, must be labeled. If a label becomes damaged, it must be replaced with a new label. Chemical safety. A chemical is classified as hazardous if it causes a health or physical hazard such as irritates the skin or eyes but does not cause permanent damage, causes an allergic reaction from long-term use, destroys or changes the surface it touches, causes cancer, is poisonous when inhaled, swallowed, or touched, or damages internal organs. Examples of physical hazards are gasoline, which is a fire hazard, aerosol cans, which will explode when heated, or bleach, which can cause a poisonous gas when mixed with certain chemicals. Major dangers of exposure to hazardous chemicals. Inhalation. Breathing in dust particles, fumes, mist, or vapors from a hazardous product can irritate or burn the nose, throat, lungs, and air passages. Skin or eye contact. When hazardous chemicals or their solution are splashed or spilled onto skin or into eyes, it can cause irritation, rash, dry or cracked skin, burning eyes, and in some cases may cause severe or permanent injury. Swallowing. Chemicals can enter the body if contaminated food is eaten. Chemicals can enter the body when smoking while handling a chemical product. Chemicals can enter the body when accidentally ingested. Hazardous chemicals that have been swallowed can severely irritate or injure internally, cause nausea, and in some cases may cause death. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is designed to provide protection from serious injuries or illnesses resulting from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other hazards. Some chemicals require the use of PPE. Make sure to refer to the safety data sheet before using any new chemical. And examples of personal protective equipment are gloves, masks, goggles, and aprons. Let's test your knowledge on hazardous chemicals in the food service department. Question number 1. Which of the following is not included on a safety data sheet? A. Safety precautions. B. Fire and explosion information. C. Cost of the chemical. Or D. How to deal with accidents. And the answer to question number 1, which of the following is not included on a safety data sheet? That would be C, cost of the chemical. Question number 2, which of the following regarding chemical labeling is not true? A, spray bottles must be labeled. B, chemicals do not have to be stored in their original containers. C, C, if a chemical becomes damaged, it must be replaced with a new one. Or D, labels must include the name, product, and hazard warnings. And the answer to question number 2, which of the following regarding chemicals labeling is not true? And that would be B, chemicals do not have to be stored in their original containers. The answer, of course, is that chemicals do have to be stored in their original containers. Question number 3, the following is not an example of a physical hazard. A, aerosol cans, B, bleach, C, fruit punch, or D, gasoline. And the answer to question number 3, the following is not an example of a physical hazard, and that would be C, fruit punch. Question number 4, true or false? Goggles are an example of personal protective equipment. And the answer to question number 4 is true. Question number 5, true or false? Inhalation is an example of the danger of potential exposure to hazardous chemicals. And the answer to question number 5 is true. Thank you for your participation in today's program. Our goal is for you to use this information in your daily work. We hope you are well served today and every day. If you would like more information about our in-service training programs or consulting dietitian services, please contact us at 1-800-761-9200 or nutritioncaresystems.com.